First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. And incomplete to open things up.
And my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Mahomes going to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by lmaoooo. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A gain of 37.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the...
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Juju Smith-Schuster, 30 yards. And the Chiefs have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And all the Chiefs have it. I can't say that's something you see often, but it worked out for them. Tie game. They try to get the ball back, and they do.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad used to give me a lot of tales about this guy called Old Mo. I never knew who Old Mo was. Now I do. It's Old Momentum, and they want to keep riding it.
Old Mo. Is that a true story? And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. He finds McKinnon, complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. on 1st and 10. It's Dobbins.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he's got some space here.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens have moved out in front.
And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff running through the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, he might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield too.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Watch your slant, watch your slant, watch your slant. Hey, watch that, check.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. For the defense, the problem wasn't so much that they let him catch that drag route. It's that they had nobody around him after the catch.
As you well know, when they make the catch, you have to make the tackle on the spot. Those yards after catch are the yards that kill a defense because it keeps drives alive.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Third and goal from the 6. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes under pressure, and they got to him again. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 42. Yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that two-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. They go play action with Jackson. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Taken from about the 12. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And look at this, the punt team is out there.
Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And that'll be incomplete. But remember, a crazy situation here you don't see often. Not fourth down yet, so they will keep possession. Not exactly sure why they'd have him throwing the ball there out of a punt formation. But they will have another shot at things as it's third down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12.
And he loses the football a second time. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. To throw is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken from about the 12.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And it's incomplete. That's one of the strangest play calls you'll ever see. But they'll get it back. It's 2nd down. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself. But it was 4th down, and the possession changes. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the 2nd half. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or 2? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better.
And, oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Leo Chanel.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't